Welcome back to the Goodol'boys channel. So today we're doing a restoration on an old David Bradley sickle bar mower. So enjoy. Alright, so this is a David Bradley sickle mower. I've decided we're going to take this thing apart piece by piece. I'm going to show you exactly where each piece goes in order. I'm not going to go through any of the techniques of taking anything off because this video would be 24 hours long. There's some other stuff like this bolt right here. Obviously that's not factory. A lot of you guys already know that. There's a few little things like that. I'm not gonna go too far into that. Just know that there's a few things like this that aren't factory. All right, so I went ahead and got the bolt out. Got to get this outer clutch plate off now. Next step is to take off the pulley. When you put this back on, you want to make sure this oiling teat is facing out. And don't forget that you have a clutch pad on either side. Take off the inner pressure plate. Next step is to take the woodruff key out. Next you want to take this pin out. Be careful, this is spring loaded. Once your pin is out, take your fork off, set it aside. There should be a washer, a bearing, another washer, and then your die spring. The last piece is this little cup. The clutch assembly is completely off. Next, I'm gonna take off this bracket as well as this guide bar here. The guide bar is off. Now I'm gonna take this nut off. For the nut, first you're gonna take out the cotter pin, then the castle nut, then there's a special washer. You can see it's got a flat spot on one side, and so does the shaft right here. The next step is going to be to go ahead and remove the pin. There's a pin right here, and I'll zoom in on this for you so you know where it's at. Right here there's a pin on this collar down in there, and you have to punch that out. To show you where the pin was once more, it came out of that hole right there. So when you're done removing the pin, turn this over, remove this set screw. There's two more set screws down in here that you have to remove. There's one right here, and there's one 180 degrees out right here. Next up is to remove the shaft. When you're removing the shaft, you want to make sure you push the shaft this way. So this is the threaded side, this is the non-threaded side where the clutch goes. So you're looking at the front of the sickle bar mower. I'm going to stay in the same orientation here, and the next thing you want to do is remove these collars. The collar on the left hand side here is one with the two set screws, and the collar that goes on the right hand side is the collar with one set screw and one pin. As you can see, the bearing just kind of fell out of mine. That's because this basket is actually broken. So if you don't have a broken basket, your next step is going to be to go ahead and remove this clamping bolt and this. Once you remove your grease cup from your bearing basket, you should be able to wiggle your bearing around and get it to come up out of there. Again, my basket's broken, so I'm not sure. You might actually have to take the front grease cup out as well. To make it easier to remove the front cup, what you're going to want to do is remove this. There are 3 bolts on either side of this. Go ahead and remove those. Once you remove the 6 screws, pull this off. Make sure you grab these. These pieces bolt to this, and they go over this slider piece. This allows for adjustment on your sickle bar. You can raise it higher or lower depending on where you put the screws. Remove this bolt and the washer. It's a special bolt with a hole in the top. Remove this spacer. And remove the actuator. To remove the height adjustment on the sickle bar, it's this piece. You have 2 bolts right here. This is kind of a note to self when I put this back together. This is the bottom of the sickle bar. This is the support for the rest of the sickle. This piece goes over top of the bar, and then these go in here like this, and then this goes on like this. For the bar itself, you're going to have, of course, the bolts The special carriage type bolts. Gonna have the retainer itself. Then the teeth actually sit on top of this piece, which is another part of the retainer. In this lower piece of the retainer, you can see that it's flared out. The flared out side goes towards the fingers. When you're taking the teeth off, they're actually gangs of 2. And then the center one is actually a single tooth. All right, so this is gonna be the beginning of the sickle bar mower restoration. We're gonna be doing sandblasting and painting. So that's the setup. It's time to get sandblasting. All right, so as you can see, this is a piece that needs fixed. This is obviously not brazed yet. Here's a clutch that's brazed up. Everything's sandblasted and ready for paint. This is what it all looks like. Here's all the smaller stuff that I sandblasted. So I didn't get much video of painting or too much of the sandblasting, as you can see, but we have all the parts here. We got lots of fingers. Everything was sandblasted down to bare metal. Then it was coated with rust treatment for all the little teeny tiny pits where you physically can't sandblast the rust off. So we have the bar, the teeth, the clutches there, shrouds, clutch cover, whole bunch of just random parts. That's the thing I had to fix, the basket or the yoke, whatever you want to call that, the slider. Lots of parts here, and of course everything was done right. I've got taped off or masked off the labels and stuff. So just kind of lost interest. I've sold all of my David Bradley stuff off, so this is what I'm left with, and I'm just not really probably going to put it together. So I'm not sure if I'll sell it or what I'll do. If you guys have any interest in this stuff, let me know in the comments section below. Maybe I'll put some of it on eBay for you guys, but again, I'm not sure. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all my other tractor videos. It'll be linked in the description box below. And I'll catch you guys on the next video.
Woo!
It's all about humanity.